What's up, folks? Heine's Morning Update, October 12th. Tight overnight range, 40 points. Yesterday, we had a rally going until the Bank of England announced that the temporary bond purchases were, in fact, temporary. So you mark down history as that's the first time a temporary government program is temporary. So the pension funds have 3 days to liquidate or get out or whatever. I don't even, the semantics of it are kind of nuts, but it was sad for them. Over under today, 36.0807. Above that, cautiously bullish. Below that, cautiously bearish. Overnight low is going to be something to watch. Overnight high, 35 is going to be something to watch. The next level is right here is this 26, 27 level. We get above that, I would be a little bit more bullish. If we open cash above 53, 54, that's really bullish, but I don't see that happening. Ideally, to get into anything, I'd like to see it back above that 36.40 to put it back into the 36.40, 37.40 range. But we'll see if it gets up there. It's interesting kind of consolidation down here. We lose the 96. That, as I said before, I think yesterday, day before, the 94, 95 level is pretty huge. So if we lose that, that's when we're really into the danger zone here, where you dip down to 79 yesterday, and then your yearly low, which is weird, but that is it, is 71. So I would watch those levels on the downside, but we'll see if the Fed minutes come out at 2. I think there's some numbers behind that. Fed speaker, everything else. So stay sharp, and we'll see. We might not see any theta decay until 2 p.m. until after the minutes, but it's not a Fed decision. It's really just the minutes of the meeting. Hourly here, this is where the Bank of England announced that yesterday. That crushed souls. Then we dipped back down, we made new lows, and now we've just kind of been traversing up. I drew this channel just for grins, just to kind of give a guideline of where I was seeing on the downward channel. Pivot is 13, so it's just above that 07 I gave you. 36.48, I actually like that pivot. 36.87, 35.73, and 35.39. Rel Vol 86, so fairly decent today. Here's your overall look on the daily. Push, push, push. Do we dip down and get another push, or do we get a push here? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting. Next huge volume node, though, is your 35.55 level, and then you got your 3500. So those are your two downside targets, the majors. Again, a lot of this we haven't seen any volume for 2 years. So we'll see what's what. I don't know, what the shelf life for volume is, but we'll see. SPX. We filled that lower cash gap from 2 years ago yesterday, from November of 2020. So again, up, push, down. I don't know. So we'll see what's going to happen here. I don't know. I really don't. We're in a really odd spot. There's so much negative news. It's almost like at some point it's going to be bullish, but I don't see it right now. So euros hugging the 37. That we talked about that. Went up to 1. I thought it was going to go to 102. It did not. You kind of railroaded it here. Now we're back down. So we'll see if it kind of bases and retraces, or if we're going to continue the decline. Here's your British pound. Just got rocked yesterday. It was up here and it just dropped, but it's having a rebound today. So I don't know if some buyers stepped in or whatever. Other than that, I'm urge you to kind of watch these two currencies, because they're really influencing our share market, and it will to a point. And then there's going to be a point where we could see these go down, and then our equities go up instead. So we could see equities up, dollar up, gold up, and I keep saying that, but that's when you get true flight to safety. And I don't know if we're going to see it this year, probably next year. So keep in mind that's going to break people's brains. Fed calendar, producer price index final, I don't know. Then you got noon as a Fed president. Then you got 1:45 as a Fed chair, and you got minutes at 2. Bowman speaks at 6:30, so it can ruin dinner. Tomorrow will be your big one. Your CPI is going to be huge. That's going to be widely watched. Jobless claims, continuing claims, and then UMich on Friday. Again, speaker, speaker, speaker. I've never seen this many Fed speakers come out, ever. It'd be nice to have a week without one. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Again, yesterday's drop late is the reason why we take profits. That came out of nowhere. There was no charting is going to tell you that. Completely news driven. Keep an eye on Europe because that's where our risk is right now. Anyway, stay safe, and I'll be in the room later today for the Fed.